And good evening. I'm Mandy Noel.
I'm Jonathan Martinez. We do start with new information about the San Antonio flooding tragedy that killed 13 people earlier this month.
The I-Team found out a flood gauge close to Beidle Creek had been removed. This is exclusive aerial footage of the flooding that devastated our area on June 12th.
The city of San Antonio recently hired an outside firm to investigate how the flooding got so bad and so quickly.
The city says it'll study rainfall totals, public notices, and video, but there is one piece that's pretty big that they won't be able to go back and review: that missing flood gauge. The News 4 I-Team's Jordan Elder is live with more on the story.
Mandy and Jonathan, the city is still pretty early in that investigation, but they won't be able to see the data from a key flood gauge along Loop 410. All of our waterways are interconnected, and that gauge is very close to Beidle Creek, where we are right now.
Dangerous, life-threatening flash flooding going on.
As the water rushed in nearly 2 weeks ago, our meteorologist Jeanette Calle was tracking it.
Watching it on radar, my heart sank, especially knowing that it was so much rain falling in a particular area. We're seeing these thunderstorms that are producing some blinding downpours.
We're trying to get a total picture of how much water there really was, and so is the city of San Antonio. They've recently launched an investigation into what happened here, specifically in that Beidle Creek area. One of the key flood gauges on the northeast side, though, was offline. According to the National Weather Service website, it's because of construction. This is where it normally sits. It's been gone since at least February as this project continues. What role do the flood gauges play when it comes to collecting information about the event that has just occurred?
They are the tools that first responders or authorities look at in order to know whether warnings need to be issued.
I think what makes it even more of a tragedy is that it's in the middle of construction. And that in itself complicates the issue.
Nefi Garza heads the Stormwater Advisory Committee. We asked him about that offline gauge and how it could have impacted things.
It would have provided the city with an idea of what was happening, but it wouldn't have given them enough time to react.
He says with that much water that fast, you'd need a gauge more upstream to send signals.
If you weren't in the middle of construction, possible solutions would have been a flashing beacon, not unlike you see when you're driving to a school.
Construction, he says, is a huge factor in drainage issues, and he believes the city may find the same. The National Weather Service doesn't have an exact timeline for when that gauge might come back online. And as for the city's investigation into how all of this happened at Beidle Creek, we're told they'll give an update in about 30 days, but there's not a timeline for when that full investigation report will be completed. For the News 4 I-Team, I'm Jordan Elder.